The book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse number 2.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So according to the Bible, the word Egypt means bondage. Bondage. Egypt is a Greek word that just means bondage.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
So now, let me ask you a question. What nation of people up under the whole heaven went into slavery on ships? Us. So if that happened to us, who must the Most High God be talking to at this point? Go ahead, continue. That's very good, sister.
With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see no more again.
We never saw our homeland again. Do you know where your homeland is, sister? Can you bring that out of the way?
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, and verse number 26.
Bring it out.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So where, if I ask you now that you know where your homeland is, what would you say? Jerusalem is the mother of us all.
That's right.
Most people you talk to and say, where's the motherland, what they going to tell you? So you can tell people never read the Bible, right? So now you know your homeland is Israel, and that's the mother of us all, and that's where we came from.
That's right.
If you turn around right there, you will see that ship. They set it up as a
Trophy.
And this right here is the actual slave port.
Right.
Go ahead, Keith.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who we sold to?
Hebrew Israelites. I'm Jesus Christ.
Y'all did your job. See, text you.
That's all right, brother. That's all right. Just go ahead and walk around, brother. That's all right. We out here for you too, brother. We out here for you too, brother. We love you, brother. Come up here and get some of this medicine, brother. All praises to the Most High, brother. When you come back, stop by and talk to him. All right, brother. Right. So once we got off those slave ships, what happened to us? We were sold to our enemy, right? Go ahead, King.
Shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
That's what happened to the children of Israel. So now that you know, right, that next time somebody asks you, what is my nationality? Right. What you gonna say? What you gonna say? What you say, brother? You gonna say you're Israel? Right. Right here. And see what tribe you come from. Because it's 12 tribes in the nation of Israel. Right. You don't know? Let me ask you, what was your father, your so-called father? Was he a black man? So-called black man? So more than likely you would come from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You know who else come from the tribe of Judah? Oh man.
Wow.
The book of Hebrews. The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Wow. Never heard that before, huh? Lord, who the world calls Jesus Christ, he came from the tribe of Judah.
See that?
Tribe you come from, right? So to prove that to you, you get Numbers 1 and 18. So most people like to go off the heritage of their mother, right? But in the Bible, you go through the lineage of your father. Whoever your father is, that's who you is.
Right.
You just want to prove that to you, right? You got any questions, brother?
I'm just listening, bro. I've been following you guys on, on YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah, definitely. I get it. I know I'm in violation like a son of a gun. I get it.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
See that? You go by the house of your father. So whatever your father is, that's what you are. All right? So now that you know you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, you should never ever say, I'm black, I'm African American, I'm colored, I'm Negro, any of those slanderous terms. Those are all terms that our oppressors gave. Right? And we were not just only sold to the white people. Right. We have every other nation that is not our nation is our enemies.
Right.
We can prove that we get found these trends quick so we can give a list of who all those other nations are. Right.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And that's exactly what they did. The United Nations, they all get up there in their little buildings and meetings, and they all conspire against us, right? You know that we have nobody to represent us, right? We have no government,
Right.
We have no monetary source, we have no military. We are a nation trapped inside of a nation. We are actually prisoners of war here in
Right.
right? Remember, we came over here as captives, and we're still. Can you get that in Lamentation? Oh, and I'm sorry. Right, so we came over here as captives, and we're still captives to this day. Right? We still have to pay taxes. We still have to pay water bills. We still have to, submit to this oppressive nation. Right? Okay, you got it. Which one you get?
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse number 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Still here in our captivity. We're still here in our captivity from the time we came over here in 1619. And not only that, our northern kingdom brothers, when they came over here in the 14th, we're still in our captivity in this oppressive nation.
We are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Still paying this nation over and over again, and we're still under curses to this day. Right? Remember, we have many of people that tried to get us out of these curses. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, so on and so forth. But what happened? We're still in this captivity today. What happened to them guys? They ended up getting killed. So the only one that's going to get us out of this captivity is Yahweh Shah and Mashiach. Right? Our Lord and Savior who the world calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
So now that you know that you are Israelites, we want to bring out a couple of commandments that you can start off with, then build yourself up on as you get more familiar with the Bible. You read the Bible, all praises to the Most High.
Praise God.
So, first of all, I want to let you know that you are much better than everybody else on this planet. Can you give me another
Wake her up.
Most I can say you are one of the most precious things on this planet. You are better than every other nation out there. Go ahead.
Right.
Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's right. That's what the Most High God say that in Deuteronomy 76. Now you know what the word holy means. Can you bring that up? So we just let you know what holy means so we get an understanding. That's Deuteronomy 76.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse number 26.
Bring it out.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
All praise to the Most High. So the Most High said you're better than every other nation. That's out here. Let me ask you a question. Who make the best music? No. See, you're wrong again. Who makes the best music? There you
Right,
go.
Israelites. That's right. That's
Who
right.
looked the best? Who dressed the best? Who cooked the best? Who can stand in the sun longer? Who's the best basketball and football players?
Right.
Check this out. Who are the best baseball players and soccer players? Northern Kingdom brothers.
Right.
Praise to the Most High.
Right.
Clap it up for the
Right.
Praise to the Most High. So we're going to give you a couple of commandments, okay? Now, this is a test because most times people stand here and listen. They'll listen for a while, but when the commandments come out, that's when they want to hightail and split on us.
Right.
So, do you know what sin is? Sin? Yeah. What is sin? That's one thing. Can you get that other guy? You got it? Right.
First John 3 and 4 and it reads,
Give it out.
whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So we're about to give you some of these laws. Now, you say you just started reading the Bible. I want to explain something to you. The Bible has more than just 10 commandments.
Right.
It's over 600 commandments in the Bible.
Great.
Now, I want to let you know this. There's 5 laws in the Bible. You have a dietary law, what you can eat, ceremonial law, what laws, what high holy days and feast days you should celebrate, a moral law, a civil law, and a sacrificial law.
Right.
House, I came back and took away that sacrificial law. So we still got 4 laws we got to keep.
That's right.
So now I'm about to give you some dietary laws, okay? Do you like to eat seafood?
Kill all
Do
of
you like to eat, you like pizza? You like pepperoni pizza? Sausage? Bacon?
You gonna say pork? I eat
Oh man, we're gonna bring out this law. Go ahead.
Leviticus
I'm sorry.
11 and 7 in the read,
Give it out.
and the swine,
You know what swine is? That's right.
though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
So, most I just told you can't eat pork no more. All of us brothers out here used to eat pork.
Right.
This law,
No more.
you know why? Because you know what the judgments are of the Most High, right? Right? The judgments are the Most High. It's death. You break His law, you die. Simple as that.
Right.
Why do you think so many of our people fall to a remedy death? Right? So go ahead, King. Read that. Keep going.
On. Verse 8, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you.
So is this the law that you can keep, sister? Remember, you're not keeping it for us, and these are not our words. These are the Most High words. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Go ahead, King.
On. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever has fins and scales in the waters, and is seasoned in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
What has fins and scales in the water? All right, you eat fish? All right. Well, certain fish you can't eat. Now, what did he say again? It has to have fins and scales. So remember, some fish in the waters that don't have scales, but they have fins.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the water, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Oh, abomination, that means destruction. All right? So what else that are people eating the water that doesn't have fins and scales? Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Lobster, mussels, oysters, catfish, calamari, seahorses, what else?
Lamb,
Right.
leg.
If you eat any of that, you gotta stop eating that stuff.
Frog leg.
All right, frog leg, you can't eat that stuff.
Yeah, eat that stuff.
Right? Remember, we talked about the laws. We said a dietary law, right? If you had a son and a daughter, right, and you want them to get something to eat, you're not going to go stick your hand in this dirty water and bring up anything out of the bottom and feed it to them. That's the way the Most High feel about us.
Right.
To keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, and obey His voice. And these words are the voice of the Most High God.
Right.
Right? And we're going to give you, so you can stop eating, this swine. You can still eat seafood, but you can only eat fish with fins and scales.
Fins and scales.
Everything else is abomination to you.
Abomination.
Got that? We're going to bring out another one. Let's get a Deuteronomy 22.
Deuteronomy 22 and 5 and it reads,
Bring it out.
the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Let me ask you, sister, what pertains to a man that our women and sisters like to wear? Right? If you went to the bathroom, how do you distinguish which one is the male and which one is the female?
No,
No, I ain't never seen no ordinance on the sign. Yeah, on the sign, on the bathroom sign, what do it have? Right. If it doesn't have the words, there you go. What else? Okay. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Huh? The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right, think about it. Women wearing pants, this started in the late 60s, early 70s.
Right.
All of our sisters before that, foremothers and foremothers, they wore dresses. Even if you look in the old pictures of slavery, you see our sisters and our mothers, our foremothers, they were wearing dresses. Let me ask you a question. A man have a zipper in the front. That's for her to relieve himself. Why would a woman need to have a zipper in her pants? Right? So that's another commandment. Women must wear dresses. They can't wear pants. That's against the law of the Most High God. Right? And that's another law you think you do.
I got pants on right now.
Well, I mean, now you do, but now you know that all of our sisters should be wearing dresses. Right? You should dress modestly. Can you bring that on?
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, and verse number 9.
Bring it out.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety.
And you ain't supposed to be all up in God's face trying to look deep, trying to get you attracted, to God. You're supposed to be sober out in this world because it's dangerous out here. It's dangerous, very dangerous out here. You see all the time that our sisters are being snatched up, right? You'll see on the milk bottle, you'll see the so-called white people, right? The Caucasians, right? But you never see our people on the milk bottle. They don't care about our people. Remember, we talked about our enemies. We didn't even get to all our enemies, but we'll go back to that. But you should be in the dress system. You shouldn't be out here showing your body and your figure that every guy that walks around.
That's right.
When they see that, what do they want to do? They're not getting with you to be, your husband, to be your husband, or to get to know you. They're looking at your body and saying, oh, I want to get to know her because of your father. That's why the Most High want our sisters to dress in modest apparel and dresses, so that when you do meet your husband, he's not going to look at you as an object. He's going to look at you more as a helper and a princess of the Most High God. Right. That's 2 commandments that we give. Right? You think those commandments you can keep? Those are simple. Y'all give it up.
Oh, please.
Now remember, we said it was 610 commandments in the Bible. Now remember, all of them may not apply to you, because we got sisters for the men, we got sisters for the women, the kids, our animals, our land, so on and so forth. Right? So as you're reading the Bible, continue to read the Bible, right? Study, and you have questions, you are on that flyer. Right? You have social media. You can ask any other questions that you might have referring to the Bible. And I just want you to take a look. You see up there, you got the light sisters up there. You see they're in dresses up there. All of our sisters, wives, daughters, children, young ladies, they wear dresses. Can you get numbers 15 and 38? Now, upon these dresses that we have, Fringes.
Numbers 15 and 38, and it reads,
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
And these are fringes right here. Right? You see all the brothers around? Everybody got fringes on. This is the commandment of the Most High God. It's another commandment, right? Remember, we read that we don't follow the commandments of the Most High God. This is what happens to you. You know how many captivities we've been in. We've been in over 70 major captivities.
Right.
Since we came out of Egypt.
Right.
All because we did not follow this book, commandments, that were only given to the children of Israel.
Right. In the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Throughout their generations.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
You see all the brothers got a ribbon of blue. So we out here following the commandments of the Most High God to the best of our ability. And the ones that we can't keep or we're not keeping, we always pray to the Most High. Ask him to help us, keep these commandments. We're not willfully not following the commandments. All right, you have any other questions, sister? All right, all praise. Are you from Baltimore?
I'm from the
You from Philly? Well, we got a camp out in Philly, right? Go ahead, bro.
They teach at 10th and Market in front of the H&M.
So every let's bring out another one. But every Friday and Saturday, our brothers and our sisters out there. Oh. So do you know what the day is, sister? Oh, praise to the Most High. So you know this is Sabbath, we're gonna bring it out for you anyway.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse number 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So you know it's the Sabbath, right? You know it's stipulations to the Sabbath. Not supposed to be out there doing your own will. You're supposed to be out wrestling, reading the Bible. You're not supposed to buying, cooking, selling, doing any of that stuff, right? So if you know that that's the Sabbath, if you read that, that's another commandment that you have to keep.
Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So remember, today is the Sabbath. You're not supposed to be out doing your own will. You're supposed to be congregating with your brothers and sisters. We're talking about the scriptures and rest. So we gave you 4 commandments. Now we're going to give you a test. Out of those 4 commandments, you got to give us 3 of them. If you can't give us 3 of them, we're going to give you 5 more commandments.
That's right.
That's right.
Now, before we continue, let me get this, brother. Can you give this? Now, brother, you know you're Israelite. So
Yeah, I'm in violation. I'm in sin. I get it. I already know.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse number 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So you know what mar means,
Yep.
right? Mar means
Yep.
So you see all these brothers around here, those that can grow a beard or trying to grow a beard, they got their beards up. So that's a commandment for you too, brother.
Yep.
You gotta get that beard.
I get it.
And you gotta get your fringes, brother.
Oh, I'm working on the fringes. The beard thing, I'm at work.
Well, we got brothers that can help you with fringes now.
Okay.
We got brothers that'll give you a website where you can buy fringes.
Okay.
And that's for you as well, sister. All right?
I can keep it low at work, but I can't have it like as nice as yours at work.
All right. Well, you know, I don't have a nice one, but thank you, brother. Yeah. You know, but you can grow, just let it grow,
Yeah.
just trim it up low, you know.
Yeah.
Because I understand you
I
gotta
get that,
work.
yeah.
We understand you in this captivity, but
No, I
you
get it.
know,
It's
that's a
important.
commandment we gotta keep. All right. All right, sister, we back to you now. Ready for the test? You only get an A or an F. There's no in between.
That's right. That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Well, ask her who's in Israel right now.
All right, we'll get to that. Because I know my brother right here got some questions, so we'll get to that. All right. So we gonna get you, brother. All right, go ahead, sister. All right.
Okay, so can't eat pork.
One.
Shouldn't eat anything else that doesn't have fins or scales. As far as eating. You should wear dresses. And
We just talking. Help her out, brother.
oh no, I said already dresses as far as modesty. Yeah, I can't do that.
What's the day?
Oh, sorry, the Sabbath.
All right. So now, today you learned some stuff that you never heard before in your life, huh?
Yeah.
You learned that you was an Israelite. You come from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You got some commandments. Now remember, we told you it's over 600 commandments, so you have to do your due diligence to search out those commandments.
Right.
And you know the day, the Sabbath day. So that's some how old are you?
I'll be 34 in June.
So 34 years old. You go to church? No, all praise to the Most High. So out of 34 years, you never learned that. You learned that just that quick in less than 5 minutes. All praise to the Most High.
Right. Right.
All praise to the Most High. So I know a lot of people might say to his question, well, who are those people in Israel today? Well, let me get Revelation 2.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse number 9.
No.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich.
Well, you know why we're rich? You know why we're rich? Because remember, bring up, give me Psalms 147 and 19.
Ah,
Right quick, I'm gonna get this to you right there.
bring that
Go
up.
back there. Go back there.
Ah,
Psalms 147 and 19 in the read.
Bring it out.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
So we were the only ones that were given this Bible. Now all the other nations, once we went into captivity, they took this Bible. And they read that Bible and they mastered that Bible and they used that Bible against us.
see that?
That's why we're still in the captivity today.
Revelations 2 and 9. I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So those are the people that are in our land right now. They are imposters.
Imposter.
They call themselves Jewish.
Right?
But do you know what the ish mean at the back of a line? A word? It just means pertaining to an acting word. Right? So if I said, what's your name again, sister? Tasha, you're acting childish. Am I actually calling you a child? I'm just saying you're acting childish. That's the same way with them dirty devils over in Israel.
Right.
They are calling themselves Jewish, right? And they even get that wrong.
Right.
Because Jews are only the first three of the southern kingdom. Let's make up Judah.
Right.
These are the Jews. All of these are Israelites, but they're not Jews.
Right.
So they even get that wrong, right? They don't even really know what they're doing there. You know what I mean? You are the true Jew of the Bible.
That's right.
All right? And I want you to always keep that in your mind. But those other bastards that's in that land right now, those are imposters. That is our homeland. Right? We read that in Galatians 4:26, that Israel is the mother of us all. So just remember, you are the true Jew of the Bible. Read your Bible, study as much as you can. If you have any questions, hit the social media. Remember, the brothers in Philly are at 10th and Market Friday night around 6:30, maybe. And then maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock on Saturday.
I'm gonna say around that time.
Right. And you can always go out there. They got sisters out there, children, the whole nine. You can go out there. You can talk to them sisters about building dresses. They can help you with getting your fringes on. They all know how to sew. Right, and they all, to the best of their ability, keep the commandments of the Most High.
All right, all right.
All praise to the Most High. All right, Miss Tasha, you have
Appreciate it.
all praise to the Most High. All praise. What's your name, brother? DeMonte?
Yeah.
How you doing, DeMonte? I'm down your wife. You know who you are according to this life? Let me ask you, what's your nationality? What's your nationality? You don't know? Bring that out, Jeremiah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse number 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself,
Monte.
shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So that's why we don't know who we are, right? That's why we don't know our nationality. We let the other nations give us the nationality. They call us black,
Right.
African American,
Right.
Negro, colored, what else? Afro Americans.
Right.
Those are bywords. That's not a nationality. All praise to the Most High God. Give me a couple minutes. I'm about to pass it to the next mighty brother that can purify you more than I could. From Yashua.
Love Israel.